Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so today is the most auspicious day, appearance day of Lord Vamandev. Lord Vamandev had appeared to give mercy to Bali Maharaj uh, in the pretext of taking away the three worlds from Bali Maharaj. Vamandev gave himself to Bali Maharaj, became his gatekeeper in the planet Sutal, gave him the planet Sutal, became his gatekeeper. So the mercy of Lord Vamandev on Bali Maharaj. And also
They say it was
today's,
Vaman, no? Ekadashi, right?
yeah, that's
Yes.
right. Yeah. And then today is also the appearance day of Srila Jiva Goswami, one of the six Goswamis of Vrindavan. He's actually the youngest of the Goswamis. He was very scholarly person. He had taken initiation from Rupa Goswami. He was actually the son of the brother of Rup Sanatan Goswami. Rup Sanatan Goswami had a brother, Anupam. So he was Anupam's son, Jiva Goswami. And he had joined them and become a Goswami in Vrindavan. Very, very scholarly devotee. Okay, so let's continue reading from Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 2. We are hearing the prayers by the demigods to Lord Krishna in the womb of Mother Devaki. Sattvam Vishuddham Shrayate Bhavan Sthito
Sattvam Vishuddham Shrayate Bhavan Sthito
Sharirinam Shreya Upayanam Papu
Sharirinam Shreya Upayanam Vapu
Ved Veda, how will this go? Ved Kriya Veda Kriya Yoga Tapa Samadhibis
Veda Kriya Yoga Tapa Samadhibhis
Tavarhanam Yena Jana Samihate.
Tavadhanam Yena Jana Samihate.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. O Lord, during the time of maintenance, you manifest several incarnations, all with transcendental bodies, beyond the material modes of nature. When you appear in this way, you bestow all good fortune upon the living entities by teaching them to perform Vedic activities such as ritualistic ceremonies, mystic yoga, austerities, penances, and ultimately samadhi, ecstatic absorption in thoughts of you. Thus, you are worshipped by the Vedic principles. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 18.3, Yajna Dana Tapa Karma Na Tyajam. The Vedic ritualistic ceremonies, charity, austerity, and all such prescribed duties are never to be given up. Yajnodhanam tapascheva pavanani manishinam 18.5. Even one who is very much advanced in spiritual realization must still execute the Vedic principles. So Krishna is saying this in Bhagavad Gita that charity, austerity, the ceremonies should never be given up. Okay, even in the lowest stage, the karmis are advised to work for the sake of the Lord. Yagyarthat karmano nyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, work binds one to this material world. Bhagavad Gita 3.9. So here Krishna is telling us how to do work. How should it be done? So work should
Work
be,
done for the sacrifice.
Yeah, and
yeah,
satisfy for the
For the,
like Supreme Lord.
yeah, that's right. To please Krishna.
Yeah. Sup-
Whatever work we do, the result should be for the pleasure of Krishna. Otherwise we will get bound in the karma, right? But if work is done for pleasure of Krishna, then there is no karma. The words yagyarthat karmana indicate that while performing all kinds of duties, one should remember that these duties should be performed to satisfy the Supreme Lord, swakarmana tam abhyarchya. So, performing our duties for the satisfaction of Krishna. According to Vedic principles, there must be divisions of society, chaturvarnya maya shishtam. There should be brahmanas, kshatriyas, vaishyas, and shudras. And everyone should learn to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Tam Abhyarchya. This is real human society. And without this system, we are left with animal society. So the cultured society, Varna Sharma system. Vedic society was a cultured society. The divisions are there. Krishna is saying he created this Varna Sharma system so that people can do their work as one is inclined to do and at the same time cultivate spiritual knowledge. The modern activities of human society are described in Srimad Bhagavatam as the activities of Gokara, cows and asses. Sa eva Gokara. Everyone is acting in a bodily concept of life involving society, friendship, and love for the improvement of economic and political conditions, and thus all activities are enacted in ignorance. So we can see that our modern society, you know, it's only for materialistic activities, improvement of economic and political conditions. Well, it's not bad, it's just it's incomplete that also God consciousness has to be taught. So if God consciousness is taught to society at large, then all the economic development, political development, everything is going to be done for the pleasure of God. And then there will be peace in society. The Supreme Personality therefore comes to teach us how to act according to the Vedic principles. In this age of Kali, the Supreme Personality of Godhead appeared as Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu and preached that in this age the Vedic activities cannot be systematically performed because people are so fallen. Right? In this Kali Yuga, we have no this Varna Sharma system, we don't have it anymore. So Lord Chaitanya, he gave this recommendation from the Shastras. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam. Kalau nasteva, nasteva, nasteva gatiranyatha. In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is chanting the holy name of the Lord. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. So this is a Vedic mantra. It's coming in the Shastras, this verse, that chant the holy name of the Lord and that there is no other way. The Krishna consciousness movement is therefore teaching people all over the world how to chant the Hare Krishna mantra. And this has proved very much effective in all places at all times. The Supreme Personality of Godhead appears in order to teach us Vedic principles intended for understanding Him. Vedescha sarver aham eva vedya. So Lord Chaitanya, he came to give us the Yuga Dharma of chanting the holy names, so that by chanting the holy names, we can understand God. We should always know that when Krishna and Lord Chaitanya appeared, they appeared in Shuddha Sattva bodies. One should not mistake the body of Krishna or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to be a material body like ours, for Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared as needed for the benefit of the entire human society. So Lord Krishna came 5,000 years ago. We just celebrated Janmashtami few weeks ago. And then Lord Chaitanya came 500 years ago. He's Krishna himself. So they come to the material world, but their bodies are not material. You have to understand. There's a difference between God and us. When we are in the material world, we take material bodies, but God doesn't. God comes in his own spiritual body. Out of causeless mercy, the Lord appears in different ages in his original Shuddha Sattva, transcendental body, to elevate human society to the spiritual platform upon which they can truly benefit. Unfortunately, modern politicians and other leaders stress the bodily comforts of life, yasyatma buddhi kunape tridhatuke, and concentrate on the activities of this ism and that ism, which they describe in different kinds of flowery language. Essentially, such activities are the activities of animals. Sa eva gokhara. We should learn how to act from Bhagavad Gita, which explains everything from human for human understanding. So it's not that we don't have to work. No, we have to work. Without work, we cannot even maintain our body. But in Bhagavad Gita, we are understanding how to work, who to work for. So thus we can become happy even in this age of Kali. Did you all want to add anything? Any questions, comment? Okay. Satvam na cheta taridam nijam bhavet
Tattvam cheta dhatam
Nijam
nijam
bhavet.
bhavet.
vijnanam ajnana vidapamarchanam
Vijnana Ajnanam
Ajnana-vidapamarjanam.
Vidapamarjanam
guna prakashe anumiyate bhavan
Guna Prakashe Anumiyate Bhava
prakashate yasya chayena vagunaha.
Prakashate Yasya Chayena Vaguna.
O Lord, cause of all causes, if your transcendental body were not beyond the modes of material nature, one could not understand the difference between matter and transcendence. Only by your presence can one understand the transcendental nature of your Lordship, who are the controller of material nature. Your transcendental nature is very difficult to understand unless one is influenced by the presence of your transcendental form. It is said, Traya Gunya Vishaya Veda Nistraya Gunayo Bhavarjana. Unless one is situated in transcendence, one cannot understand the transcendental nature of the Lord. So the demigods are saying, Dear Lord, you are coming in your own transcendental body. And this is how we can understand the difference between material and spiritual. Now, Krishna's body is always spiritual. He's a controller of the modes of nature. He's not under the control of the modes. He's the creator of the modes. So, as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 10:14-29, Athapi te deva padam bhujadvaya prasada leshanugrihita evahi janati tattvam bhagavan mahimno nachanya eko pichiram vichinvan. Only by the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead can one understand Him. So, how to understand the Lord? By His mercy. Those who are in the modes of material nature, although speculating for thousands of years, cannot understand Him. The Lord is innumerable forms, Rama Adi Murti Shukala Niyamena Tishtan. And unless these forms, such as Lord Ramachandra, Nrsimhadev, Krishna, and Balaram were transcendental. How could they be worshipped by devotees since time immemorial? Bhaktyamam abhijanati yavanyasyasmi tattvataha Bhagavad Gita 1855. Krishna is saying, I can be known only by devotional service. Only the devotees know me. By devotional service one can understand Krishna. And that one can understand that the form of Lord Krishna, Lord Rama, Lord Nrsimhadev, Lord Balaram, all the incarnations, they are transcendental. These forms are transcendental. Matsya, Kurma, Varahadev. So devotees who awaken their transcendental nature in the presence of the Lord and who follow the rules and regulations of devotional service can understand Lord Krishna, Lord Ramachandra, and other incarnations who are not of this material world, but who come from the spiritual world for the benefit of people in general. So one engages in devotional service, then one can understand about God. Devotional service begins by hearing from Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. If one does not take to this process, one imagines or manufactures some form of God according to material qualities and can never awaken a real understanding of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You know, so if one does not take up devotional service and one is trying to understand God, one may mistaken somebody, some ordinary human being or something material as God. So the way to understand God is by devotional service. The words Bhaktyamam abhijanati yaschasmi tattvataha signify that unless one worships the Lord according to the regulative devotional principles, one cannot awaken the transcendental nature. So devotional principles, Srila Rupa Goswami has given us in Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. He speaks to us about the science of devotional service in Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. Srila Prabhupada translated it as nectar of devotion. How to engage in devotional service for the pleasure of Krishna, following in the footsteps of the previous acharyas. And if one can do that, then gradually we can understand, oh, I'm not the body, I'm soul, I'm servant of Krishna. Deity worship, even in the absence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, awakens the transcendental nature of the devotee, who thus becomes increasingly attached to the Lord's lotus feet. So deity worship, one is performing personal service to Krishna. Pujari is performing personal service to Krishna when doing deity worship. The appearance of Krishna is the answer to all imaginative iconography of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everyone imagines the form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead according to his mode of material nature. Right? If we don't hear properly, if we don't hear from the authorities about God, then we can imagine something or someone to be God according to the modes we are in. Someone someone prays to the nature as being God. Someone may pray to some man as being God. Someone may pray to some demigod thinking he is God. But to understand God as he is, we need to hear about him. Devotional service. In the Brahma Samhita, it is said that the Lord is the oldest person. Therefore, a section of religionists imagine that God must be very old, and therefore they depict a form of the Lord like a very old man, right? Sometimes we see when people are saying, okay, God looks like this, so they think he's very wrinkled, his white hair, white beard, old. But in the same Brahma Samhita, that is contradicted. Although he's the oldest of all living entities, He has his eternal form as a fresh youth. We can see Krishna's pictures. While speaking Bhagavad Gita, he's 125 years old almost, but he looks like a young man. The exact words used in this connection in the Srimad Bhagavatam are Vijnanam Ajnana Vidapamar Vidapamarjanam. Vigyan means transcendental knowledge of the Supreme Personality. Vigyan is also experienced knowledge. So there's Gyan, knowledge, but there's Vigyan, that is experienced knowledge. Science is called Vigyan. Why? Practical application of knowledge. You can practically apply the knowledge. That's called Vigyan. So science of self-realization, science of God, knowledge of God can be practically applied. Transcendental knowledge has to be accepted by the descending process of disciplic succession, as Brahma presents the knowledge of Krishna in the Brahma Samhita. So, how to understand about God? From the authorities coming in the disciplic succession. Lord Brahma is his disciplic succession. So, hearing from Lord Brahma. So Brahma Samhita is Vigyan as realized by Brahma's transcendental experience. And in that way, he presented the form and the pastimes of Krishna in the transcendental abode. Right? Lord Brahma says that Krishna, that uh, Golok Vrindavan is Chintamani Dham, is Chintamani. The roads are made of Chintamani. The trees are Kalpa Vriksha. The cows are Surabhi cows. Govinda is there, surrounded by millions of goddesses of fortune. These goddesses of fortune, they are the gopis. They are the original goddesses of fortune. Ajnana Bida means that which can match all kinds of speculation. In ignorance, people are imagining the form of the Lord. Sometimes he has no form and sometimes he has form, according to their different imaginations. So when we don't hear from the authorities, then we may think that God has no form or just create something out of imagination. But the presentation of Krishna in the Brahma Samhita is Vigyan, scientific, experienced knowledge given by Lord Brahma and accepted by Lord Chaitanya. There is no doubt about it. Shri Krishna's form, Shri Krishna's flute, Krishna's color, everything is reality. It is said, here it is said that this Vijnanam is always defeating all kinds of speculative knowledge. Therefore, the demigods prayed, without your appearing as Krishna, as you are, neither Agyan Vida, the nescience of speculative knowledge, nor Vijnanam would be realized. So, the demigods are saying, now because you came in your transcendental form, we can also understand what ignorance is, because somebody can mistaken. Lord, without understanding what's reality, we will not understand that this is fake. Because we have something real, we can understand, oh, this is fake, right? Because knowledge of real, oh, real is supposed to be like this. Oh, then, okay, so then this is not real. So, Agyana Vipad, the Vidapamarjanam, by your appearance, the speculative knowledge of ignorance will be vanquished, and the real experienced knowledge of authorities like Lord Brahma will be established. Men influenced by the three modes of material nature imagine their own God according to the modes of material nature. In this way, God is presented in various ways, but your appearance will establish what the real form of God is. So Krishna came himself and said, you don't need to think, imagine who is God. You don't have to imagine God must be like this one is God, that one is God. No, I'm here standing in front of you and I'm God. So that puts a stop to all the speculation. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, we'll
Yeah. So
continue.
Agnan is speculative
Yeah,
knowledge, right?
that's right.
Vignan, yeah. Agyano, we always say, right? Agyan.
Again,
Vigyan is, yeah, coming from the knowledge that's coming right from. from the
Disciplic
authority,
succession,
disciplic
authorities.
succession. Yeah.
Yeah, from the authorities, disciplic succession. Yeah, that's Vigyan. So, and Krishna came himself. Now, demigods are saying, yes, Krishna, you're coming yourself. With this, then all the speculation put to end. Because, okay, God is saying here right now, I am God and I look like this. You can see me, how I look. We don't need to imagine anything. So this purport still continues. So we'll stop here.
Yes.
Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you